Okay, finishing up a table that I've been working on a while. It's a draw leaf dining table. Some call it a Dutch draw or a pub style, but it's a draw leaf table. Which means, for those unfamiliar, that the leaves are stored underneath the top all the time, and when you want to extend the table, you pull them out from the ends. Now these style tables use wedge-shaped arms, and the purpose of the wedge is that this is a 1 1/8 inch top, and when you pull this out to the stops, this flat area on the arm has risen 1 1/8 inch to match, or whatever the top size would be. So when the top goes back down to complete the whole new assembly, it's at the same position that it was before you pull the leaves out. Now this table is a copy of a smaller table I'll show you in a minute. And on that table there was this lift mechanism, which I've not seen before, but I thought it was a pretty cool idea. The idea is that although I put baize, this is kind of a felt, on the apron and the underside of the top, there'll still be contact even if it is felt, and if dust and grit and things get in there, it will still scar the top eventually. So this mechanism lifts the top as you crank it over 180 degrees, and it prevents any contact, which I thought was a really good idea, so I will definitely be using that idea in the future. The original table is here, and it originally seated 6, and the client wanted to be able to seat 12, so I just rebuilt the same table larger. The apron is deeper and longer, of course, and of thicker material. The legs are also 1 inch larger in diameter, but the same style. I just thought the larger dimensions were needed when you're expanding the table out that much. The top is also just under 15/16 thick, and the new top is 1 1/8. Now the way they did their finger pull was to extend the arm out, but they have a much larger overhang. It's almost 8 inches, and I couldn't use 8-inch overhang for seating constraints, so I did normal sort of recessed finger pulls, and I used the wood from the cutouts, the original apron wood, to cap the ends of the arms, which I think is a cleaner look. Now I don't have zero tolerance there because there had to be enough play to withdraw the leaves easily, but it's still a fairly clean look. There's the mechanism from underneath. It's just drill rod and some strapping bar stock that I heated and hammered into these little keepers. And I'll replace the temporary screws with more era-appropriate screws later. The original table had this stringing inlay, which is similar to the back of guitars. It comes in as wide a variety as you want to make them, and also this shallow pyramidal molding. And so I just remade that for this table. The table's in white oak quarter sawn. The tabletop is white oak veneer. The original substrate on the old table was 3/4 inch plywood, and I made my substrate 2 layers of 1/2 inch Baltic birch, which is much more stable. The surround is walnut. I get my veneers from this guy in Kentucky who always sends me very nice veneers, and this was some really nice quarter sawn veneers. Very happy with it. Again, the walnut surround. The original job included building 6 chairs to match the 6 existing chairs that he had, but unfortunately 2 of his chairs were damaged beyond repair, so I ended up building 8 chairs for a total of 12. And this is one of mine, reproductions of his. The client supplied the upholstery. All in all, it was a fun job. A few challenges here and there, especially with this detailed turning. But deliver tomorrow. Thanks for watching.